All right, everyone, welcome to another episode of What's What BR. Today we have Tekoah with us from Youth Oasis. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Brandon?
It's beautiful weather outside. Can't complain. So,
Yes, yes. My dog has been sunning herself all morning, so if
uh,
only.
right. Yeah, if that could be, the story for my day,
Right?
be a whole nother world.
Yeah.
So tell me, what for people who don't know you and don't know Youth Oasis, what's the short version for everybody
Short
there?
version is I'm the executive director of Youth Oasis, which is a youth services agency. We've been in the Baton Rouge area for 20 years. And what we do is we provide housing and resources to transition age youth that live in supervised care settings, such as child welfare, i.e., foster care, or juvenile justice. Juvenile detention. And so they come to live with us before they are returned back to us as neighbors. And while they're with us, we teach them how to be good neighbors and how to live, not necessarily independently, because no one lives independently, but we do teach them the skills that they need to be productive citizens. And that's driving, all those good things. And we this year are moving to our next level of support for 18 to 25-year-olds with rapid rehousing, transitional housing, and emergency shelter.
No. So is that we were talking before? You guys have a new place opening? Is that kind of where that falls, or how's that?
So yes and no. Not a new
Mhm.
place. We're still going to be on Acadian. What we're doing is we have transitioned our model to be more in line with best practices, which is to have our younger kids, which is the 16 to 21 in supervised care, live in homes in the community. And so we've moved the kids from Acadian, from a more congregate care to independent individual apartments or small uh, homes, less than 4 kids to a home. And at Acadian, we will host the emergency shelter for young adults only, 18 to 24. And so in addition to the emergency shelter, we also have the drop-in center, and that is open for the entire range of 16 to 25-year-olds. And they come, it's a no pressure environment. They don't have to do anything, but they can come and be safe and be themselves. And in the process of experiencing that safety and some recreation and rest, if there are people on hand to connect with them and provide services if they need it, such as washing clothes, taking a shower, eating a meal. And if they need somewhere to stay, they can stay with us for a short time while we get them into some more robust networks of support.
Have you seen an uptick, I guess, with COVID over the last year and a half, a down, or has it been pretty much the same? It would seem to me maybe about the same. Like the need
Yeah,
doesn't change.
no.
It's there.
The population that we serve come to us because of um, the structures that are in place already. And so when anything shakes the normal structure, it is always going to disproportionately affect those who have the most at risk, and have the most to lose, and who are unable to uh, navigate in those supportive structures. And youth are a population uh, ha- who are disenfranchised from those systems of support for various reasons. And so the need is pretty steady. It does increase in pockets. And what I mean by that is it always increases during this time of year. It increases over the summer. And if the correlating factor there is that's usually when kids are out of school, kids are graduating, or kids are out of school, and those needs increase then. But it wasn't increase in need because of COVID specifically. However, it did have a impact on our older young
Mhm.
adults, and these are the ones who, for all intents and purposes, are considered adult. They're 18, and so they were directly impacted by a lack of access to work, lack of transportation, and their income plummeted. And so there's an increase in them not being able to find housing or stay housed because of that. They're trying to get their economic status back up.
And how is that? How about you guys as an organization? I've talked to a lot of, nonprofits and a lot of groups. It's been tough. It's been hard to, get, the funding and be able to keep things moving. We've got, I think you guys are participating in Giving Day coming up pretty soon. And so
Yes.
Is that a big thing for you guys? Did that help you guys? Were y'all part of that last year as well?
We were part of it last year. This year, we're going to participate a lot more in it because we have more pressing needs. And we have more pressing needs because we now have more ways to assist the kids. And one good thing, or bright side of COVID, was it gave us the space to be very, very creative in how we provide services. And that also allowed us to expand a couple of our services. And so participating in Giving Day, what we're focused on asking assistance for is, of course, we're almost there to open that shelter. We just got to get across the hump. And so we're asking for financial donations for that. We also always need donations for furniture. Since we're moving into community homes, we need living furniture and living room furniture. And we also need, we call them care kits. What that is each youth that comes to us, when they leave, they can take everything they got with them. Because again, we didn't provide you help if you have to start over when you leave us. And so that means bed linens, towels, cooking utensils and appliances, laundry baskets. And so we have to replace all of that every time a kid leaves because we take it with them. If they need the bed, they can take the bed too. And so we are constantly needing donations for that. We also provide transportation vouchers to get to work. And we are opening a parenting home for youth. And so for our kids who are parents, they often need childcare. And so we provide assistance with childcare. We also provide grocery stipends and things of that nature. And so these are all things that can be provided for $500 or less for a youth. And so that's what we're raising our funds for. That's the focus this year.
Yeah, it's the things that most people don't think about, right? The little thing, like to make an egg, you need a pan, right?
Exactly. And it's not a positive topic, but unfortunately with the recent hurricane storms, that's one aspect that people don't always realize when it comes to recovery. You often have to start completely over, and you don't realize everything that goes into living and all the things you've acquired over time until they're gone. And for our youth, they never had this to begin with, right? And so they need all those little bits, spoons, knives, forks, the carrier that it sits in the drawer, like little bitty things that you just don't think about. And they're not expensive at all, but it helps. It organizes your home, it organizes the day, and it allows you to just participate in life. And so those are the things that we provide. We provide the small things that contribute to daily life for our kids. And so,
yeah, I can remember as a kid when I moved out for the first time, and then it was going to the grocery store, and then shortly thereafter seeing, my mother, within a day or two, I was like, did you know how expensive milk is? Like, oh my God, milk's expensive. I'd never bought milk before until I had to go buy it myself. And then I remember, it's like you said, that first moving out, it's like, well, wait, I've got a bunch of laundry. I need to carry it to the laundry. Like, I need a basket.
You need a laundry basket, yeah, and detergent. And then, oh wait, dryer sheets because my clothes are crinkly. What is happening? Like,
you make food finally, and it's like, I've got leftover, but wait, I have no Tupperware to put it in.
Exactly.
What am I going to put this food in?
Right. And so, a lot of that, there's the challenge of it, of course. But for these kids, I have already, the first formative years of their life, that time that was meant to learn all these things, they've had to do it in a condensed amount of time. And they also are recovering from trauma, from family separation or homelessness, neglect and abuse. And so if there are people or a person that can provide something that you already have access to, but may not think is necessary, it's just one more reason for them to stay in the community, because you know what people care about me. Somebody thought enough to give me a dish rack, and it's not a big thing, but somebody knew I was going to have to wash dishes and I need somewhere to dry my dishes, and I don't have to just have wet dishes sitting on the counter,
That reminds me of a story. I remember won't say his name, but he's a singer now. He's he's made himself a name, so I wouldn't say, but he used to tell me when he lived in LA, he would say people would say they're washing their dishes. He's like, no, I just had a dish. I washed a dish, one every time, that's all I had was one dish. And that was the thing. He's like, I still carry, have it to this day to remind me of, what it was like, people he's like, you take for granted when you got a stack of 8 of them and you don't have to wash it after every time you use it. So,
yeah.
So tell me, do you guys take not only obviously the donations with Giving Day, which are helpful, but if somebody's got like the old dresser or, the old couch, can they get in touch with you and say, hey, do you have a place to bring it?
Yes. And so we have a storage unit. If we can't right now, we're actively outfitting houses. And so if they call us, our main number is 225-343-6300. They get in touch with Miss Jackie, who's our wonderful office assistant, and she'll coordinate that pick up and drop off. And if we need to get a truck, we can figure that out some kind of way. We usually have a good group of volunteers who come out and help us move that kind of stuff. And so, they can give us a call to negotiate dropping off stuff if they need to.
There we go. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you guys are doing some great things in the community, and the community needs to kind of step and help you guys a little bit to continue it on. So
yes.
So with Giving Day, encourage everybody to go take a look. What is it? I've been telling everybody that the money that you save on Black Friday, you have to go back and spend it on Giving Day.
Exactly.
Is the way I've been doing it.
Exactly. So if you got 50% off,
run that total in your head, realize how much you save, and then that's what on Giving Day, go to the website 225gives.org. Okay.
Yes.
And then they can find you guys on there, have some information. They'll talk about what you've done, a little more details. They can call you if they've got any questions.
Yep.
Happy to answer. And it's for a good cause. It helps. It's impactful at the end of the day. It's a little more than the usual. So
it's impactful, and most I say all, I hate to say all, but I do believe it's all. We all work together. And so if all you have is a small amount, you can divide it amongst all of us. We work together and we leverage those donations. And so don't, feel like you have to pick one. Share the wealth.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've said with Giving Day. The thing that's so nice about it is it's the $5 and $20 add up and make a big difference to everybody. Really, and too many times people want to help, but they feel I don't want to go and drop off $20, at this business. It's like, well, now you can Giving Day, you can lay on your couch and do it.
We love $20.
Well, look, I always tell everybody you got more important things to do than sit around and talk to me every day. So I appreciate you coming and telling us kind of what's going on and, how we can help. Love to have you come back, and kind of give us an update, especially. I think it's things people need to remember. I think I don't think there's anybody that would disagree with what you're doing, but it's a matter of reminding them that you need help to continue to do it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. We will track you down and we'll do it again.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brandon.
Have an awesome day.
You also.
Bye.